Calgary Flames, they finished last year with 111 points, but they lost in the second round, 4-1 to the Oilers. They're 15-1 to win the Cup this year. Lots of new faces, lots of old faces left. New faces in town. Jonathan Huberdeau, Nazem Kadri, Mackenzie Weegar, Kevin Rooney. The Flames said goodbye to Johnny Gaudreau, Matthew Tkachuk, Sean Monahan, and Eric Goodbranson. This team had tons of roster turnover, but as we get to the guy in a few minutes, Brad Treliving, felt like Biz, he got painted into a corner and he kind of Picassoed himself out of it just with the moves he was able to make and put the team in arguably a better position than they were. If they are better than they were last year, Biz, are they good enough to go even deeper?
What an analogy by you, painting himself out into Picasso. The only painting I'm doing is going to be my mascara to give this guy the double wrister. Every team would be fucking giving away their firstborn to have this guy as a general manager. What he was able to do was like, who is the old magician that used to get tied up and they'd throw him in the water and he'd
David Blaine?
Harry Houdini.
Houdini, not David Blaine. I'm talking card tricks here. I'm talking about escapes, bro. He escaped it. He escaped free agency, brother. And we talk about Edmonton getting better because they added a second string goaltender, as Witt would describe him last year, but he's now a turncoat because he's on his team and he put the fucking blinders on. This is the best team in the division by far. They have everything there is to offer. They got Markstrom and net, top tier goaltender. I think he was an all-star last year. If he's not, he should be in the Man Rocket Hall of Fame. They got an incredible back end, which we talk about defensemen who were banged up last year with the Edmonton Oilers. They had no Tanev. And then on top of that, now they're adding Weegar. So add two fucking studs on the back end to bend that Oilers team over in the second round of the Battle of Alberta, baby. And then up front, I'm going to say very difficult losing Johnny, extremely difficult losing Tkachuk, but we can all agree maybe Tkachuk has a little bit more offense than Kadri, but all around 200-foot game, a great swap. And of course, Huberdeau. I think he holds every record in Florida. I know they got it in that the worst little hockey Hall of Fame setup. Who was in the hockey Hall of Fame there? Ole Jokinen and Luongo. And it was like
an old like Bauer helmet with earpieces in, and like from the pro shop, a plastic.
Exactly. They get a 100-point guy in order to replace another 100-point guy. And on top of that, we know Sutter's going to have the boys kicking. They got the bread man, Mangiapane. I think he had 29 tucks last year. They have depth. They have toughness. They have an incredible fourth line that provides energy and that physicality. This team is the real deal. Horrible. I don't want to say coaching, not enough adjustments against that Oilers team. They are going to learn from their mistakes and they're going to blow by, and they will see Colorado in the Western Conference Finals. And I think that we could possibly see an all-Canadian Stanley Cup final, Calgary Flames against the Toronto Maple Leafs. Book it, Merles. Book it at the Barstool Sports book right now. What are my odds?
Both of those teams, I don't know. That'd be a lot of Harvey's poutine I would take down, though. But yeah, you're talking me into the Flames too. They're great. I will stick with the Oilers so they can prove that they can beat them. But I can tell you a great Brad Treliving story. Maybe the greatest move he ever did was when I asked him to give me a one-way contract for Phoenix, and he told me to go kick rocks.
Yeah, he gave it to me. He gave it to me.
Knew
buddy.
He was going to be a good GM way back in 2009.
He really said, "Yeah, Murr, nice try, buddy. Like, let's get serious."
And before we throw it to him, the best guy. He's like salt of the earth. He came on. I know he can't let it fly like he normally does, but just a fucking absolute beautician, the type of guy you want on your hockey team. And now he's gone on to have all the success in the world as a general manager, learning under the tutelage of a guy he brought on with the Calgary Flames and Don Maloney. So I couldn't be happier for the guy. I know that I'm stroking him off because he pretty much guaranteed me my one-way contracts when he was the assistant general manager. When you're a peasant like me, guys, you don't get the GM doing your deals. You get the assistant GM doing your deals and all the AHL guys. So I just want to thank him for paying my mortgage off in Welland, Ontario. To Brad Treliving. Cheers.
Hey, if Cody Eakin, I know he was on a PTO, if he ends up making the team, is there ever been a better match in heaven with the guys like red flow matching with the fucking team logo and everything.
I think they have
Probably
the best
Laney McDonald with Calgary.
best flow, bar none in the league. Calgary Flames. They got Tanev. They got Lucic with the perfect Lego head on when he's walking in with the all black suit. They got Eakins. And then, I mean, Markstrom's got some nice flow on him too. Tell me a team that's got better hair than the Calgary Flames. You should show up for warm-ups just for that reason.
Well, whatever that cross-country team was that was going viral last week. Some random cross-country college team.
Yearbook photos?
All those wild kids. One kid, Biz, he had half a mustache. It was like a wicked thin mustache, but he only had it on one half of his face.
I didn't see that.
All right. Well, we'll set it for next week and have some laughs about it.